Guys, what's going on? This is Intelligent Cycle. So I'm gonna be talking about the album, the newest EP or album from the singer, songwriter, and artist from New Jersey by the name of Alex Isley. She is the niece of the one of the legendary groups of Ron Isley from the Isley Brothers, and the daughter of Ernie Isley, who is the drummer. And she released his latest EP on April the 18th called When. And I'm going to just give you a little background on who Alice Isley is in a short, brief input before I talk about the album. You know how I usually do. I just talk about the albums. And before I do it, I'll give a little background on the artist for those of you who may not know, who may have known. And then I'll go in straight into the album. So, Alexandra Isley is an American singer-songwriter. She released her debut EP, Love Art Memoirs, in 2012. And Isley has worked with artists include Scarface, Terrence Martin, Masego, Knife Wonder, Tank and the Bangers, Lucky Day, and also Isley has been nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. I got wind of her when she had did her Dreams in the Analog Project in 2013. My favorite songs on there called is Closure, and so here it goes. Those songs on that project were really good. But mainly, what made me became a fan of her was her 2022 project called Marigo with Jack Dine. I really love the smooth, soulful, jazzy, alternative, indie R&B kind of vibes from that record. And here I really love, and here with this EP, with this latest EP, I really love the smooth, wavy, and just texture and textualized, vocal inflections, smooth, soft coring voice that really just gives me joy and really just gives me really a good, smooth, laid back kind of feel. And that really just hits me harder than I could have imagined. So, and also when I'm gonna get into this project, I'll just kind of briefly skip more to for a few songs. So, kind of in the midst of what I kind of got a little bit of from the EP was I thought it was just more or less explaining more about her growth, explaining more about her career, and I kind of just got an input of just her just expressing so much stuff that's going on in her life that was going on in the past. That's why she hadn't came out and did anything. She kind of was just living life, and she kind of explained this also as I'm reading this article too. Um, when basically, if an exploration of love, identity, intimacy, and emotional growth felt like it's a collection of some of my deepest thoughts, dreams, and memories in the beginning of me learning into my sensuality, and kind of me going into this record. Yeah, it kind of gave me those thoughts as well, especially from when I heard the songs "Hands" and "Miss Goody Two Shoes." That really, those two songs was mainly the ones I really enjoyed. I really kind of got gathered, in this little summary of where she gathered of explaining about her sensuality, deepest, emotional thoughts, setbacks, and what she was kind of going through in life overall. It kind of gave me a input of just like, well, is she gonna overcome, or is she gonna conquer? Is she gonna overcome, but also overcome obstacles, that really kind of just triggered in her life. That really kind of gave her a sentiment. It gave her, more so of these thoughts. And also, I kind of gathered around the album as far as like, I was gonna be the EP as like, just her showing such range, just showing so much depth and emotion and outbreak, and just wanting to be heard, and kind of just having her moment of wanting to be heard and wanting to be seen and wanting to be, culturally aware, and that kind of just really just gave me a whole big input about it as well. So that is what I kind of got gathered just my input in about those two songs. And as far as the album is only 17 minutes, I really enjoyed that part about it. Um, and my favorite songs on the record is "Thank You for a Lovely Time," "Miss Goody Two Shoes," and "Hands." Of course, the main two singles. Um, and another thing I wrote, another one of my favorite songs on the project. Let me just go into is track 5, "Fool's Gold." That kind of gave me more of like her album with Jack Don, it kind of gave me that Margo kind of feel, that alternative indie, more or less R&B feel. That kind of gave me some just the vibes of like from that from that time when she made the record. And it also kind of gave me a little bit of feel of Dreams and Analog, where it was more smooth wavy vocals, and it also gave me a feel of just like her overall like her identity her identity feel, and her kind of going to so much in range and the depth of just exploration of love and more exploration of what she was saying before about her sensuality. So that kind of was just a thing that I just kind of picked up now just from that record. Hands, I kind of just picked up just that's the single I kind of picked up from where she was just talking about her career. And also, I really did like the song Mike On as well. That song really kind of just put together a range of just her just grasping on a breathtaking, emotional, breathtaking, you know, outlook of her, of just her career from where she was at when her during her first couple of projects and where she is at now, and what kind of head and where the head and where her headspace is at going forward. And that's kind of just what I felt like when I listened to that track, and I really enjoyed just the overall, just the angles, the delivery, and just her just being open and transparent and open and honest, about herself and about her personality, about her life. I really enjoyed that part about the record. So, and she has always been a solid artist, and she always knows how good she sounds over, her voice, how good she sounds over what styles of production and other genres inside of R&B that she loves to go over, and the producers that she loves to collaborate with. She always knows what best is what's best for her voice, and I really enjoyed that about the record. And I really did enjoy mostly the listening experience. It just gave me smooth, wavy, but at the same time more breathtaking, more just I want to just take just a road. Just if this is like your nighttime traveling, date night kind of vibe with this project, you'll probably get that when listening to it. But for me, it kind of just felt like just traveling on the airplane, just going out of state, going out of the country. You can definitely listen to that when hearing this project. So yeah, that just kind of like what I grasped and gathered with listening to it. And yeah, I mean, this is a really solid project. And if I had to kind of give my rating for it, on a scale, I probably I'm gonna give this project a solid 8. Um, Although I like the short, concise projects, I wish this project could have been, as far as the songs and the length, could have been studied a little bit further. That'd be the only thing I would say is a bit of a, not necessarily an issue, but more of like a nitpick per se. So I would definitely advise more or less if you like uh, alternative indie and R&B, soul and Afro pop, you'll definitely enjoy this kind of project. Also, Afro more or less indie pop, kind of like Remy Wolf. She makes this similar sound in music as well. Mahalia and Snow Allegra does this as well, similarly to what Alex Isley does with as far as the smooth, wavy vocals as well. So yeah, that is what I kind of would rate this project, and I would definitely say check it out, man. It gives me those hints of just where she's gonna go through in her career that really kind of is gonna catapult her into really catapult her into stardom. And this is more like an appetizer to what I think she's gonna release a project somehow this, maybe not this year, but probably next year. Just more or less an appetizer for me that really kind of gets me going and really gives me, just something that I can listen to on the go. Because I like to listen to the albums when I'm going to the gym or when I'm going out playing ball, or I really like those kind of, you know, it can be a sit down project, and at the same time it can be something that you can listen to traveling on the go, and that's pretty much what I like to do as well. So yeah, I would say check this one out. You're not gonna be disappointed. I can't wait to hear what she has. I can't wait to hear what other projects that she has to go on, what she's going to do next. Um, so yeah, man, check this one out. and I got more projects, more albums reviews to come for you very soon. I just did one for Roy Woods, Dark Knight, so I got more projects coming soon. I'm going to talk about the extended edition of Coco Jones. Why not more, I believe. And probably I might do that on a Saturday or so. But yeah, anyways, check out this Alice Isley Win EP. It's really, really solid, really, really nice. Um, Definitely something that you'll just really hear and really analyze and really depict, kind of just where she's going with in life. So I really enjoyed this project. Um, and tell me what you guys' thoughts if you have listened to this project, if you have not listened to this project, but if you have, tell me what you guys think. Um, and thank you guys for watching. I am out. Peace.